So we're in Clovis, California, and we're taking a look at a faucet that was installed here, and hopefully we can get some good light up in there. But what you've got, which is pretty typical, between the countertop guys and the plumbers, you know, they come in and they cut things out, and they don't leave enough room for mounting of plumbing fixtures. So as you can see up here, you know, they had a little bit of room up front. If you look right here, the space that they've got left in between here, they could have pushed the sink about another inch forward, which would have left you some more room in the back. Instead, it's all pushed to the back, and you can see, hopefully I don't flip my camera upside down here taking a picture of this, but this mounting bracket up top, sitting right here, this little bracket right there, it's riding against wood and a mortar buildup instead of going all the way up and touching bottom of granite countertops. You can see up in there, maybe not, but that bracket's it's just floating off the edge. And this material is, you can see that wood right there is kind of just broken in pieces, just hanging there. So I'd imagine at one time part of this bracket, which is this side right here, there's a little, hard to see with this hose in the way, but there's a little, the end of this bracket there was up on the wood, and now it's not, it's spun off. And so you're trying to get something to stay, and it's causing a problem. So you'd really have to hog out all of this. Unfortunately, you know, you'd have to cut out all this wood here, some of it, you know, back about another inch, and then all the plywood up in there, and then the mortar build up, and becomes quite an extensive project. But anyways, we'll get some tools out and see what we can do here and get this mounted for you correctly, and then we'll take another video when we're done. So we're still in Clovis, California, and we've got the spout back in, and hopefully I can get a good picture of it without flipping the camera over. And you can see up in there, we just drilled out the hole. So we took a hole saw with a diamond bit on it, and went ahead and cut it out big enough where we could get that mounting plate up in there, and all the way up against the granite. So you can see all that material has been removed. So that's all we've done here, just replaced the spout, got it tightened up so it's good, reconnected everything, and then of course, you know, put in a new drain assembly, which is this guy right here. Tubular P-trap coming out of the wall, tubular extension going up to the drain. And then during reassembly, we did notice that you've got some leaking going on, and that'll have to be addressed. It looks like this whole assembly here, which consists of let me see, I get you a good picture. This hose here. So you can see it's got the T that goes up to the spout, and then it's got this guy that goes over to the hot side and ties in. And you can see where the braided connects to the hard plastic. Matter of fact, there's some water up on that as well. Hopefully that's not leaking too. And then you've got one over on the cold side, and that's the one that hopefully let's get you a really good picture of that one. So you can see where that connects up in there. You got water right there. And so where the braided portion, it's got a crimp end on it, and that makes the connection to the plastic, the big plastic, that's not white. You see that water just drip down right there. Anyways, that slides up over, and then of course this assembly right here goes in, and there's two O-rings up in this cartridge. It slides in, and there's a retaining clip sitting right here. Well, the water's leaking right out of there. So anyways, we're gonna get with mowing and see what they'd like to do with that, but that is not in our scope of work. You know, we got the spout replaced, got the drain tied in, but we did notice that, so we have to, you know, we'll go ahead and put a call in a mowing and see if they have this trouble on a regular basis, or what they would like to do from their end. Maybe just a new hose kit, the assembly that, you know, this guy with the T on it, just pop it out and put a new one in there. Hopefully that resolves the issue. If not, then it'll be a new cold cartridge. Sorry about the focusing, cold cartridge for mowing. Anyways, outside of that, this installation is done.